Okay, now let's see number 15. We are reaching the end of this first set of exercises. Okay, let's see. There is a certain triangle. This is triangle, okay? There is a certain triangle whose internal angles form an AP, okay? AP comes from arithmetic progression, okay? Sequence. So there is a certain triangle whose internal angles form an AP sequence. What I want you to do is determine its angles. Okay, so let's just make a picture in here. This is going to be an arbitrary picture, and if they have angles like A, B, C, then they're going to form an arithmetic progression sequence, like 30, 40, 50. Of course, 30, 40, 50 does not even add, okay, 180 degrees. But what I'm saying is this, they're going to form one after the other. They're going to form a sequence, a linear one, okay? Of course, there is something that we also have to consider. Consider the biggest angle, the biggest internal angle, as being 5 times as big as the smallest angle. So that's it. Now you can do everything. We have two information. Their sequence, it is going to be an AP sequence, arithmetic progression sequence, and the biggest one, it is going to be 5 times as big the smallest one. Now pause a little bit and think how we would solve, how we would start, from where, which formulas would you use. This is very important. Well, there is an information, okay? I am assuming you already paused it, thought, and try to answer, and now let's do it. Well, there is an information in here that it is not given, but it is supposed to be known. Which is it? Well, let's say alpha, beta, gamma. It is this information. Alpha plus beta plus gamma equals 180 degrees. This you should know, okay? The sum of the internal angles of a triangle, it is 180 degrees. Actually, allow me to escape a little bit from the problem, but it's math, okay? This is not the problem per se, but actually there is a general formula to calculate angles of any polygon. It goes like this. The sum of all internal angles of any polygon of n sides, it is like this. Sum, it is going to be 180 multiplied n minus 2. And n, this is degrees, okay? Yeah, I'm not going to put degrees, going to get in the way, but we just got the picture in here. So this is going to be the general formula. Okay. A triangle has n equals 3. 3 minus 2, 1 is 180. Let's suppose a square that we know that it is twice this value. It has 4 sides. 4 minus 2, 2. 2 times 180, and so on. Okay. So if you have to sum the angles of any polygon, you just use this formula. Now, this you know. Well, look, we have an AP. This is the first information. The second one, well, we have an AP of 3 terms, meaning we have odd number of terms. And we have the summation. Having those in mind, we want to write the angles like this, like A minus D, and A plus D. So again, because of we have the summation of all the terms, and because we have an odd number of terms, we are going to be, yes, inclined to write the sequence like that. Why? Because now all we have to do is the summation of the terms from 1 to 3. It is going to be 180, and that means A minus D plus A plus A plus D. Again, okay, those are the terms 1 to 3. This is going to be 180, but again, look, cancel, cancel, plus D with minus D cancels, and now this is just 3A. From here we get 180 equals 3A, meaning that A, it is going to be 60 degrees. So we already know the middle angle. This is 60 degrees. Now we need something else. We can't find the first and the third angle, and that is why we have to consider this. Consider the biggest angle as being 5 times as big as the smallest one. Now we're going to have a ratio. Okay, what is it being said to us? That if you take the biggest angle and if we make the ratio divide by the smallest one, this is going to be 5. The ratio between the biggest and the smallest, it is going to be 5. But we already know what A is, right? A, it is just 60. So 60 plus D and 60 minus D. Well, just look at these parts. We just have one variable, very easy to solve it. Now, it's going to be, well, now 5 times 60, it is 300, minus 5D. I'm just making cross multiplication, okay? Cross multiplication. And so this one times 60, this one times D, and now 60 plus D. Well, I'm going to bring the 5D to this side and the 60 to this one, and it's going to be 240. Okay, and equals 6D. Therefore, D, it is going to be what? 24 divided by 6, it is 4. Therefore, 40. So D equals 40. I can say 40 degrees, no problems. Now, what is D? D, it is going to be the common difference. So, what is the first term? It is going to be one angle, like alpha. It is going to be what? A minus D. A, it is 60, minus D, D, it is 40. The first angle, it is 20 degrees. What is beta? It is just A, which is just 6 degrees. What is gamma? It is A plus D. This is 60 plus 40, which is 100 degrees. Now, check. This one is 5 times as big as this one. It makes sense, okay? Like I say, every time, always check your answers, okay? And this is the answer. Interesting. In my opinion, it's an interesting exercise. Of course, that's what I always keep telling my students. Math is about a big bag of tools. It's a huge toolbox. The more you have, the easier it is for you to answer the exercise, or at least the faster it is. If you don't have enough tools, you're going to struggle much more. Sometimes I can see students struggling in math. It's not because they are smart or clever. No, it doesn't matter. If someone is struggling in math, it means that they don't have enough tools at that moment to solve that exercise. So it's very important. The more tools you can put inside of your toolbox, do it. That's why sometimes I always bring something extra, different. Now this time I brought this formula, and I brought the triangle, I brought the general form of the polygon. The more tools you have in math, the better it is. And it always adds one over the other. So that's the exercise. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video, page 28.